Revit was created for building information modeling, not simply building modeling. Adding information to your design is very important if you want to use Revit as a BIM tool. If you don't, it simply becomes another CAD program. Creating custom parameters is a large part of adding the needed information to your building model. There are several predefined parameters inside of Revit, but they are not all-encompassing. There are almost a limitless number of parameters that can be used for architectural and engineering projects. You can create custom parameters for any element or component category in your project. Parameters can then be used as instance properties or type properties and will display in the Properties palette or Type Properties dialog respectively. In Revit, there are three types of custom parameters: shared parameters, project parameters, and family parameters. Project parameters are specific to a single project file. Information stored in project parameters cannot be shared with other projects. Once you have created a project parameter, it can be used in a schedule. However, project parameters cannot be used in tags. Family parameters are specific to a single family file. They can only be created in the family editor. Information stored in family parameters can be used in the family editor as well as in a project. However, family parameters cannot be used in schedules or tags. Shared parameters can be shared with other projects or families. You should use shared parameters when the same piece of information must exist in more than one project or family. Once you have created a shared parameter, it can be used in schedules and tags. Shared parameters are also useful when you want to create a schedule that displays various family categories. Without a shared parameter, you cannot do this. Shared parameters are stored in external text files that are independent of any family file or project file. This allows for the parameters to be used in several projects and families. A project or family can only reference one shared parameter file. Therefore, it's a good idea to have a single shared parameter file as part of your company's standards. As discussed before, you create custom parameters to be used as properties inside of Revit. When creating a custom parameter, you can specify whether that parameter will be an instance or type property. Instance properties are controlled on an instance basis. In other words, when you modify an instance property for an element, you modify the property for that single element. Type properties, on the other hand, control the property for each element of that type. So if you have several elements of the same type inserted in a model, you can modify a type property to modify that property for all of those elements. Parameters are very important to Revit, so it's crucial that you have a good understanding of how to create and use custom parameters. Once you do, you will be able to create any parameter that you need to schedule or tag elements properly in the model. Just remember, project parameters can only be used in a schedule, whereas shared parameters can be used in schedules and tags.